I made 8K on a dry day. Like, bro, what? Like, he was in there because he, true enough, when it comes to trade chat, he like me. Like, we alike. Like, for instance, like, he can do what I do as far as selling prime mods and, or just mods in general. And then also the time wise, like, sitting in trade chat, sitting in here for hours. Like, I'm talking 10, 12, 14 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like, really getting it in trade chat. Like, he can do that just as well as I can. But there will be some days where I just go stupid in the trade chat. I like that day, like it was crazy because when I hit him up, I'm like, yo, bro. I said, what's up? Like, yo, and I was seeing like how much he had made. Like, what's the most you made? Because I see what I'm getting. Like, as I'm making these top, like these high trades, like these big trades. I'm talking. I'm literally getting into like the 7K range, and then I boom end up hitting 7K. So, and the thing was, the day wasn't even over yet. Yeah, so I still had more plat to play with and things to sell in trade chat. So, I already hit this dude. Yeah. Um, but let me see here. So I'm gonna say too much. Like, they ain't got it. They want it for a cheaper price. That's cool. Some just won't reply to you at all. If they don't reply, that means no thank you. If you message them again with the same price or try to negotiate, they'll probably leave you ignored by whatever price you got. Yeah, it's typical. It is what it is. But nah, man. That day I was asking all like, what's the most you ever made in a single day before? Because I ain't tell him yet where I was at. Now, he was like 7, I think he said like 7.3K or something like that. Like, mind you, 7.3K is the most he done made that day. Like, and before that day, I hadn't even touched nowhere. Like, I touched 6K. I ain't never touched 7 or 8K yet in a single day. Now, that day, he was like, 7.3K. That's how much he made. All right, cool. But check this out. Now, that day, I had ended up making 7,850 plat in a single day. And he was talking about, like, that's how you confirm, like, that's how he confirmed that it's competition between us, bro. Okay, for one, look in trade chat. You got people that want to buy. Like, how am I set up? I got people that want to buy, But if you take all those filters off, like, don't use no filters, because these up here, those are filters. You filter out the trade chat to see what to your liking, like, so you can see whatever you specifically want to see and what you don't want to see. That's why you got max. That's why you got like just the normal, like the normal, like the normal things. Like, you got max, mods, primes, whatever you want to buy or whatever you want to see. You can just have that, and as well as like the knots. Like, when you put not, like, that just shows what you don't want to see. So you filtering out the trace, you filtering out the trade chat. That's cool. That's me. That's how I do. I'm a bit more advanced, so I can do that. I know what I'm looking for. I know what I want. So check this out. Now, give me a second. Let me see. And it's so crazy, bro, because I'm looking at this and I'm like, I can't even say anything, man. Like, I'm looking at this and I'm like, as I'm telling them, I'm letting them know. I'm like, bro, I made 7.8K like just for this day, and I could tell by the way we was talking. You know what I'm saying? He was a little dry with it, and I'm like, I'm trying to figure out what's up with bro. Like, we supposed to be boys. Like, that's my bro right there. He one of them. Like, the amount of play that I got, he ain't too far off from it. Like, back in the beginning, like, he noticed himself. Back in the beginning, this was before I even hit 50K. Like, I got dudes in mind that I bet I want to reach this guy. He got 50K bet. I want to hit that. All right, he got 100,000. I want to hit that. At the time, dude had 30K when I met him. I met him in here. I met him in trade chat. So we was talking, and check this out. I put him on game first. This is what was happening because he was selling prime mods for like 250 max, right? Notice his credits would get gone, Endo would be gone only for 250, but not to be able to make a certain like a lot of plat off of it. Like yeah, you make plat, you make quick sales, but mind you, it's quick sales. When you get quick sales like that, you ain't gonna get like a real return on your investment on whatever it is that you selling or you buying or whatever you trading. So Tolly, my boy, you already know how we get down in the trade chat. Yes, sir. We still in it. Hey, man, I'm going for 550 for real. I'm really going for a meal, but you know, we going for 550 at the moment. But yeah, bro, you know, I'm always grind that. I stay in the trade chat, but I put him on game first, and I'm letting him know. I'm like, bro, look, you can sell these for like 400 max. Like that's what I sell them for, mind you. I got like a couple million credits, so I can't do it as much. This was before I really started on my platinum. Now, check this out. This is before this, because at the time I was grinding plat, but nowhere near to the extent that I am now. Like back then, I was just focused on getting all the cosmetics in the markets, and then I was gonna start my plat journey. So my journey didn't start until like November of 2020. After that, I had made 5K, 10K, 50K. All this was in 1 month, so I made 50K my first month. I turn around again, make another 50K. That's 100K in 2 months. Turn around, take a break right there because my credits are getting gone because I'm maxing these mods as well as making these big trades. Like for instance, when I say big trades, Tyler, you already know about some of these. Now, back when Ember, like you know how Ember was back in the day, like I'm telling you, 2020, like that was, I'm not gonna lie, that was like my prime year right there. 2020 headed into 2021. I was sold Ember for 750, Rhino for 800, Rhino and Ember right there. That was, I was going stupid with those. I couldn't believe it. Like I got screenshots from back then, from years ago, mind you, 2020. That's 2 years ago. I still got the screenshots, but but bro, it was so crazy because I was selling Botor for 400, Tiburon 400. This was all 2020. This was all 2020, not 2013, back when we had, all the good stuff like the void, God, what was it? I can't even remember what it was. Like this was before we got the relics, the void keys. That's what it was. This was before the void. This was like way after the void keys. So I was selling Ember for that price, and he was looking at me like, bro, what? Like I haven't seen an Ember sell that high in years. Like, psh, he was looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, and then it didn't even stop there. Like on throughout my journey, like he seen that I was selling primes. Of course, like Kachi will tell you, you see my video out that 506K 100. Like that was just a few weeks ago. You see him up 36 racks right now. So that just goes to show, like I still been putting in that work. So on top of that, it's crazy because throughout all this, like he's seeing my journey. So around the first time that I hit 50K, like this was my first 50K ever. Like I'm thinking of it as now, this is just a pit stop. Of course it's not what I'm really made of. I already know I can push this to go further. So next thing you know, by the time I hit 50K, he's up like 100K. So he up like 50 racks on me, which is cool. That's my boy at the time. But check this out. The first time that I told him about the prime mods, this is when we first met. This is before my journey, any of that. He came back and said, you know what, bro, all right, I'm going to try this. I'm going to see what's going on. Because I even sent him screenshots and be selling the prime mods for 400 max. Like, you see how this dude right here wants it for rank 10? He wants it for, what, 200? Bro, I would sell that Joker for 400 max. And that 400 alone, just imagine if I sell 4 of those. Just imagine if I sell 4 of those. That's 1,600 right there, just off 4 mods. Some people want that in a single trade, and now they looking at me like, oh snap, he just made 1.6K and he didn't even sell a Riven. That's why I said I don't even bother with Rivens. Kachi already know this because me and him had a one-on-one conversation. As a matter of fact, me, him, and Toxic all had to talk about this when they all seen me hit 506K. So my thing with him was, dude who I'm talking about right now, my thing with him was, how could you do or even act like you acting right now just because me being in the trade chat and maneuvering the way that I do? Like for instance right now, like if I were to sell something, like for instance, let's say if I were to sell Robin for 400 or 450, all right, that's like a prime mod sale for me nowadays. So like let's say if I were to sell that now, for him, like let's say if he was selling for the same price, right? And let's just say just for the sake of the stream, just to show people that this number up here, like you can really make that just from selling your stuff in trade chat. This should show you can sell for whatever price you want. I'll sell Vibing for, let's say 300. Yeah, 400, 450 my real price, but I'll just do it for 300 just to show you that it is possible. And he couldn't understand that. He thinking I'm just lowballing and undercutting, and it's not even like that. So it was wild, but yeah, man, it's crazy because he was just streaming not too long ago. It was yesterday, but the day of that this was going on, I was like, bro, you got to be kidding me, because he was talking about basically how I made 7.8K off a dry day. Bro, just because it's dry for you, that don't mean it's dry for me. Like, I'll be doing numbers while you make nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I spend less time in this trade chat than you, if not more, depending on what day it is. So, not gonna lie to all you, bro, I do too. I do too, bro. Like, back in them days, like, Kachi would tell you, like, them T4 missions, bro. Psh, we ain't getting them again. Like, the difficulty was even greater back then too. Like, you actually had to push to get to certain levels. Now everything's just cheese. Like, now everything's just easy. So what was happening was he had literally made, I think he made, I don't even know what he made. He might not have made anything, if like a couple hundred, which is cool, you know. If that's what you made, it's alright. But around this time, I told him, like, yo, I made 7.8K. So he looking at me like, what you been selling, bro? Like, I've been in trade chat since 9 a.m. I got done at like 1 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude literally putting in the hours for it. He just ain't making no sales on this day. So I seen like on his stream talking smack. So I'm like, all right. So you really, bro, like, this is what you doing now? You supposed to be my boy, like, but you want to talk smack on your stream about me? Like, all right, I see what it is. So little does he know, because he thought they were all like prime mod sales. Like, nah, that ain't it. Like, me, I have so many streams of Plat, if you will. Like, it's ridiculous at this point. Okay, for instance, Arcanes, Energize, Grace, Barrier, Fury, Velocity, like, Arcanes literally is one of them. Oh wow, hold on, let me see if I was on public now. I might have been on solo, but Arcanes, that's one of them. All right, 2 primes, 3 mods that I really need to keep going with this, right? Like, I have so many ways to make Plat, and little did he know, I actually showed him like one of the top trades that I made, because somebody had hit me up that I didn't realize was gonna hit me up. Like, they put me on their friend list and everything. And this was based off, like, this was right after Kachi posted my video of 506K. And what had happened was he was messaging me trying to do runs. But it was kind of surprising though, because before this, previously, dude ain't never hit me up for runs. He had me unadded. This is another dude, by the way, not the one I'm talking about, but Timmy, he had hit me up for runs. But what I'm talking about right now, let me see. Alright, oh snap, we are on public. I don't know if it's me, but the relic runs, like the void fissures, they've been, I don't know, man, they've been acting real funny lately, and like it'd be like 2-3 people to a squad. Like, you hardly ever find like 4-man squads anymore. I don't know what it is. I might just have to wait for this one and to squad up. Let me see. All right, there we go. So, yeah, man, I don't know what's been going on. Like, they've been dead. And see, me, I run late at night. It's like, while you sleep, I'm farming. You know, that's just how I do. You know, so like it'd be crazy because like late at night, I'm like, bro, where everybody at? Like, they really sleep for real? Like, am I really the only one that wants something? Like, come on, man. I know y'all gotta be up somewhere, you know. But yeah, man. He thought that I was literally just making my plat off of prime mods and gold mods. Prime mods 450, gold mods $350 each, which, you know, that's my prices, my real prices. Now, I might dumb it down, you know, 25, 50 plat, depending on the person, or whatever the case may be, but it ain't gonna be nothing major. I ain't finna just lowball myself now. I should have brought my Cooper jar just so I could blow these dudes away. But he didn't believe it. He didn't believe it. Like, he was like, okay, if you did, cool, but if you did, bro, like, why you gotta be like that? So it's like, alright, for one, bro, he didn't want to believe the fact that I made that amount of platinum. But then he said this right here. He said that just confirms to me, like, the amount of competition that we had, that he got against me. Like, bro, for one, I passed you a long time ago, bro. Like, I passed you back at like the 150, like back in the 100,000 days, like when I first hit my 100K. Like, so you want to talk about competition? Like, you can't compete with me at this point. Like, I want you to win too. Like, you know, you can't understand that. Like, you my boy. Like, I'm gonna look out for you. Like, if it weren't for me, you wouldn't be selling no prime mods for 400 or even, you know, what you selling them for right now. Like, I really played a role in that. So, oh crap, you know what? I'm gonna just equip that Zara next. But it's like, bro, I don't even. There's no competition. Like, you can't compete with me. I want you to win too. So for him to just say that right there, that let me know, one, like, now you want to talk crazy. I don't know what it is, but we ain't on the same page. At least not like we used to be. Like, the way you was talking, like, it's just a lot different. It definitely ain't the same. I don't even look at bro right now, for real. Like, you know, like, after that conversation we had 2 days ago, that was it. Like, I ain't messaged him, he ain't messaged me, because I noticed, like, the last couple times that I would message him, he be acting funny, he wanna act dry. So I'm like, alright, cool. I ain't really know what it was until, like, that day, like the day of, because he was really talking then, you know what I'm saying, and not just through messages. He was on his stream doing this. So I'm like, alright, bet. I had to key in a little bit, and but I ain't gonna lie, he lucky. He lucky I came in midway of what he was saying, boy, because, boy, I was finna squad up in a party and let him know what was up. Because I was like, bro, I said, what's up? I said, what you wanna know? Because he talking about everything that I've asked you, you never gave me a straight answer. Alright, one, like, what's up? Like, what you wanna know? Because he was talking about one. Because a long time ago, it was like around, like, last year? I got into a car accident, right? Told bro all the details of what was going on, you know what I'm saying, around the car accident, why it happened, what it was that happened, all the details, basically. Now, he told me, I didn't tell him what model car I had, irrelevant stuff, like, come on now. And then also on top of that, he was trying to figure out, like, how much plat I had previously, too. He's how much I had a month ago, because I asked him, I was like, yo, how much plat you got right now, right? And, mind you, I already know, because I'm looking at him on his stream. So, he was trying to be slick. He lied. He was like, bro, I told you I'd never been at like over 417K since March. When, mind you, about a week ago, I was on vacay, right? So I took a trip to Jamaica. You know, he was out there booling. I literally lost days, like, worth of trading, because I was out there in Jamaica. Like, the time that I would usually spend in trade chat, I couldn't do it because I was out there on vacay. So I missed like 4 days worth of real trading because I was out there. But, you know, when I was out there, I'm just checking in on him, you know what I'm saying? And, I take Harold, since I got the least amount of him. But I was checking in on him, you know what I'm saying? Doing a good little check-in. And I was seeing that bro was, like, I'm eyeing him. Like, yeah, I see what he's doing, but then again, it's like, alright, I know you got more than what you say you got, but, he was saying, I got 100 sets of this, 50 sets of this, 30 sets of this, almost 100 sets of these. I just need to get a little bit more of these parts right here, which is cool. You grinding, you stacking, you doing your thing, that's fine. Now, after I told him I made that 7.8K, he been looking at me funny ever since. He trying to figure out, like, what it is. Like, is he really doing this? Like, what's really going on? So, he gonna find out too that it's true, but I even sent them a screenshot of an 850 plat trade, right? This was the first this was the first big trade that I had for that day. The next trade was a 5K trade, right? Like, this was off of Arcanes, not mods, just off of Arcanes. The first one, the 850, that was off of, I think, 5 mods. It was turn velocity and 4 necromic mods. That were I think, ranging between like rank 3 and rank 5. and that was for 850. Because you know, turn velocity, that's rare. It's a pain to get, especially in real jack. So not to mention it's a gold mod, so it's rare to drop. So that was the first one. So he knew I made a decent amount of plat just because I sent them one screenshot. But after that, alright, man, let me swap to my coolers real quick. I'm finna bink. Yeah, man, Tolly, I be trying, my boy. I be trying to get in there, man. That's why I stay at though too. That's like where I keep the majority of that. That's where I made literally all my plat at though, in the NA. You know, might have to love you later. All right. Let me see what we're working with here. Oh, we good then. Oh, I was gonna swap that. I was gonna swap that for Algama. I think it's called Algamum or Amalgam. I think that's how you pronounce it. I was gonna swap that out for something. I'll do it later though. But yeah, I always run an NA. Like, and that's the thing. Like, for it to be 1 or 2 band, like on a squad in NA, 3 at most, it just blew me for a loop, man. Yeah, but let me see. Roxy, what's up? What's up? Let me see who else. Dank Alien. Wow. Alright. I need some more of those cerebrums too. But let me go to it real quick while I'm thinking about it. So what he was saying was, let me see. He was also saying that, like, I had convinced him to get off the market, like to quit trading. Like, for one, bro, like, if anything, I push you to be greater. Like, we push each other to be greater. Like, in trade chat, that is, because trading is just a game of probability. Like, it really, like, it really is. Like, whether this guy's gonna buy from you or whether he's gonna buy from somebody else. Like, whether your price beats theirs or if you just really consistent and you being, you know, one of the first few people that actually hits that person up on what they trying to buy. So he was saying that I convinced him to get off the market, and I'm like, what you mean, bro? Like, like, what you mean? Like, I would never, you know what I'm saying, never do that. So I'm like, to get off what? Like, selling prime Mars? Like, what you mean? He said the market. He said we think alike is what you said. Same about buying 60 cores. So check this out. He thought he was slick, right? So he was like, hold on. Mission finally started. Looks like I'm gonna have to wait. See, look at this. Nobody.
Leave no one standing.
No idea what's up with that. Cause I don't see my reacting though either. So mission probably expired, but it's so weird. That's extraction? Warframe be bugging. Bounce. Definitely bouncing from that. It's just a couple things that he was saying wasn't adding up. Cause he was asking me just like yesterday. He was like, bro, and not yesterday, but the day before. He was like, bro, how much? I was like, he's like, you sold any Prime Mods today? And I was like, let me see. Nah, I was telling him trade chat was smoking. That's what it was. Trade chat was how I made 3K off that, like a little bit over 3K. Matter of fact, he was like, how many Prime Mods you sold? And I was like 9, right? He said for 450 a pop. I was like, nah. I said almost. You know, it was one that was like for 425 and, you know, a rare mod. Because I'm like, all right, cool. Like, you know, the average person, a rare part is like 20, 25 plat. You know, cool, I'll take that. along with, you know, my platinum. So just to make up for that 450. So let me see. Cause see, he tried to be funny. He was like, I told him, I was like, bro, look, Trade Chat smoking right now. He was like, bro, them prime mods and gold mods ain't smoking. I was like, you sure? Like, I just made 1,800 plat off of 4 prime mods. What is that? That's 450 each. that's literally 450 each. So, with that being said, yeah, 450, 400 plus, 400, 450, 400 on the low end. 450, that's like my usual go-to, right? So he was like, nah, but I ain't been smoking. I'm like, bro, you see, I'm like, you sure? Like, I literally just made like 450 each off of 4 of them. So 1,800 plat trade. Not selling a Riven or a gyro for 1 point, like for that amount. But 1.8K, you think about Rivens. That's what people usually think of when you hear big trade like that. Oh, he sold a Riven, he sold a gyro for a certain weapon. Nah, just off of prime mods, rank 10, max. So he looking at me like, oh snap, all right. I forgot this dude was here. So I'm like, all right, bro. So I'm like, okay, cool. He said, word. I was like, yeah, bro. He was like, I must have missed it. He's like, I must have missed a few then. I'm like, yeah, you know, you probably have. I said, I'm bulling right now. I done made the plat, I done missed. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm out in Jamaica. I missed like 4 days of trading. For me, that's like a couple thousand plat right there. Like, I would average about 10, 12K a week. You know, that's how I'm pushing 50K a month just in plat alone. But for me to miss that, you know, those 4 days, I gotta play. You know what I'm saying, I gotta play catch up. So it's like, bro, I gotta get to it. So when I came back, that's what I started doing. So like at this point, like right now, I'm at 536K. I'm good. I'm Gucci. I'm sitting right now. So as we go on in the conversation, he's asked me how many prime mods did I say today. You know, he's trying to scope me out. Whole time now, he's streaming while doing this. He think he's slick. So I said 8. That's what it was. I said 8. Yeah, that's what it was. So I'm looking at the messages right now. I said 8. He's like 450 a pop. Then I was like, nah, you know, one was 425 in a rare mod, rare part. So after that, let's see here. He said minefield minor right now. hold on. Yeah, he said minefield minor right now. Because I'm asking you, mind you, I'm asking the whole time. I'm asking him like, bro, where you at right now? Like, how much plat you sitting at? Because mind you, I'm in his stream. I see where he at. I just want to see if he gonna tell me. And he was like, he's like, I was only past 417K since March, like 2 weeks ago. I said, where you at right now? He said, Europe. He completely ignored it. Like dude completely ignored it, didn't say anything. He was like, if Cuz come back with those 60 cores, what you think about copping them all for 200, you know, plat each? The legendary cores, because you know if you get the legendary core, you can max out your prime mod, right? So I'm like, if and when he come back, because mind you, like, I already know. He must have thought I forgot. That dude, yo, check this out. That dude that he was trying to buy the legendary course from, he had 60. Like, he real deal had 60. Like, the first time he met the dude and found out that he had 60, instead of taking the deal for 200 plat each, he gonna message me, because mind you, this was back when I was at 400K. So this is 136 plat ago. This is 136K plat ago. So instead of messaging the dude and buying them all off him first, before even messaging me, he gonna message me first, see if I would approve of that. And by the time I came back, because I was AFK at the time, I ain't come back until like an hour and a half later. So by the time I came back, dude had already went offline. I said, bro, what are you doing? I said, you should have went ahead and took the deal, bro, because you got to think about it. For somebody to have 60 cores, that's a lot of cores. I'm not going to lie. That's 60 million plat. Not 60 million plat. That's 60 million credits. And that's like 60. I'll take that. That's 60 max prime mods. Like, just think about 60 times 450. You know what I'm saying? So that's a lot of plat right there. So I'm looking at him crazy, like, but bro, that's 27 racks right there. Just off of 60 cores. So I'm looking at him crazy, bro. And I ain't go off on him, but I'm like, bro, I'm just giving you a little bit of clarity. You just missed a good opportunity, the one that you might not ever get again. Like 60 cores, bro, and you gonna hit me first trying to approve, talking about, you know, I'm the big dog, which, you know, okay, I hit 400K, you know, that's cool, yeah. I hope my name hold weight, which it does, but that's not the point. You see a good opportunity, I'm gonna pull the trigger and I'm gonna take that trade. He didn't do that. So come to find out, about a month and a half later, 2 months go down the line, right? He comes back. The dude that has the 60 cores come back, and he tries to message the dude like, yo, like, I want about a 60 cores for whatever price, you know, 200 each. Because mind you, if you got the 60 cores, of course I'm gonna pay the 200 Plat each that you got, that you want for it. I'm like, all right, cool. So come to find out, the dude he don't even have 60 cores anymore. He sold them all. And I told him, I said, bro, you should have took them. Like, you really should have took the trade when you had the chance. You shouldn't have waited on me. You should have went ahead and took it. Because now you gonna regret it, because I'm telling you, by the time he come back, he ain't gonna have them cores no more, bro. I'm telling you. He told me, he'll be all right, he'll come back. When he do, I'll get him in. I'm like, all right, bet. Come to find out, dude comes back, and when he does, he ain't got nothing but like 3 or 4 cores left. And then he tries to buy him for 150 at that. And dude's like, nah, bro. Like, I still want my 200. And he was like, no, thank you. And then he gonna message me on PSN talking about some, like, bro, I'm so mad right now. I should have listened to you. You know, I should have took the deal when I seen it. I'm like, bro, I told you what would happen if you didn't. Like, you should have waited on me just to make the trade. Like, you your own man. Like, when it comes to that, you see a good opportunity, take it. Like, like, that's all you gotta do is just take it, man. And he ain't do that. So, for one, if I already know that Brody don't even have the cores, why would you try to be slick talking about some? If old dude comes back with the 60 cores, you gonna buy them all? That's why I went ahead and just seen it. Like, I already knew what you was on. Like, hold up, what's this T3? See, nah, bro. I would, but I wouldn't. I like to get in and out of there. But I see what he was doing. He was trying to be slick. Because mind you, he must have thought I forgot. Bro don't even have the cores no more. How I know? Because you sent me the screenshots. You sent me the message between y'all two showing that he don't even have the cores no more. So why would you even try to play me like bro still got the cores when you know getting well that he don't? He just trying to be slick. So I'm like, alright, I see what he doing. Because mind you, I was streaming. Like I am right now. I was streaming around the time that this was going on. So I'm like, alright, he want to be slick. I can be slick too. And by the way, Fat bro or B, look, man, they everywhere, man. You just gotta have the amount of patience, bro. You got 2 hours, that's cool. Like, you gotta start off small and work your way up. I mean by that is, they all in trade chat. I promise you that. Like, if for one, you might have to start using filters like want to buy. That just slows down the trade chat for you. You know, if you want to take out the want to sells and just put it on the people who want to buy, now you can see more closely who's trying to buy what the price you're trying to buy for, and so on. But 2 hours? My boy Tolly can tell you on this one, 2 hours is not enough. 2 hours ain't enough, my boy. Like, yeah, there's something. I will give you your props. That 300, that's smooth, bro. Hey, you know, hey, we all gotta start somewhere. Like me, I started with 112 Plat when I started back in November 2020. That was the beginning of my Plat journey. I've been getting it ever since. So, but I also put hours into trade chat too. Like, I ain't talking about an hour or two. I'm talking about like, we talking about like 10, 12 hours plus. You get what I'm saying? So it's a big difference between 1 hour and 10 and 12. So 300 Plat, that's just in 2 hours. Just imagine if you were to put, you know what I'm saying, 10 or 12 hours into that. You up over a K already. You know what I'm saying? Ah, man, see, look, bro. Yeah, it's a wild, man. I'm telling you, look. Everybody see me doing it. Y'all don't see me make 1,000 Plat trade in that highlight that I got. That's just how Mars. Like, if I were to show you some of the prime sales that I be having, you'd be like, bro, ain't no way in the world. Like, how? Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you feeding these people to take this idea? But, you know, it's just trade chat, man. Like, once you find out that you can really sell for whatever price you want, regardless of what anybody else got to say, that's that's when me and you gonna be like one on one, you know. Like that's when it's gonna click for you. Like it been clicked for me a long time ago. Like people just see me do it and wonder like how is he doing this, but in reality it's like, bro, use your own market. Like I would have market on my shoulders at this point. Like that's how you gotta look at it, you know what I'm saying? Like you just gotta think about it like that. Cause how I was looking at the goats before me, before I even started trading for real. Like old Andrew back when he first joined, I think it was like 2017. I started trading like for real when I was like mastering 14. I'm 30 now, like mastering 30 now, legendary. But sheesh, I keep getting stuck. Oh well, screw it. All right. Oh my goodness. Hold up, where we at? We can get out of there. All right, now we good. But it's like, man, you really just gotta start putting it into perspective. Like, okay, yeah, trade chat's competitive, but it's also like this. Depending on what you're trying to sell and what you're trying to sell it for, there's always gonna be somebody out there to talk smack. You're always gonna have a hater. On top of that, you're always gonna have somebody else that's trying to lowball you for your price. If not, somebody that's trying to quote unquote highball, right? Somebody's gonna call you a scammer. Like, you're gonna get the whole nine. It's like once you get to a certain point of trading, bro, it's gonna all start making sense. But I'm telling you, like when it clicks for you, then that's when you're gonna start, you know, making 1K, 2K, 3K, 4K. Like you're gonna start seeing numbers, you know, like patience really does pays. Like the more time, and the thing is like the more, like let's say if you put in an hour or 2 hours one day, you made 300. All right, now let's say if you know you tired of trade chat, that well, 1-2 hours drained you for that day. Let's see if you go back a couple days later, okay, you make another 300 compared to you going in a trade chat every single day for 2 hours, making 300 every single day consistently. By the end of the week, you're gonna be up a decent amount of plat, you know. Hey, it's consistency and patience is really all it comes down to. Yep. Exactly. See, look, and Tolly been playing longer than me, man, to be honest. Like I was just in the mix in the middle of it. Like when I came in, it was a very fun time. Like it was crazy back then. Trade chat was completely different. But yeah, man, you really just gotta start putting this stuff into perspective. Like, and the thing is, people love to talk about how, oh my god, like your price it's a scam. Okay, for one, all right, let's just be technical here. A scam. If y'all don't know, a scam, like there's only really two types of real scams in this game. Alright, so one is the coupons, so the discount coupons. So, for instance, oh my goodness, Tolly, this is why I need a PS5, bro. You see my loading times? Look at that. This is why I need a PS5. But, for instance, you got a discount coupon. You know, you got 25, you got 50%, and then you got 75%. So, let's see if you were to go in the market, right? For instance, like I just do it right now, just to show. So, let me go back to my shit. But let's say if you were to go to the market and you wanted to buy something, like if you want to buy a prime skin, right? And this prime skin that you got, you got a discount coupon, so it's gonna knock whatever percent that type of coupon that you have is gonna knock that off. So, for instance, like let's say if you got 50% coupon. So let's say if, for instance, shoot, we'll just go here. Whoo, the gang's all here. Alright, let's see, for instance. Alright, so let me see. I mean, I got everything in the market anyway, but this is just to prove a point. Let's see, for instance, the skins. Alright. So you see how we got this 165 skin right here. Okay, this is Valkyrie. So, let's say if you got like a 50% discount coupon, right? It'll show the discounted price on there already. So all you have to do is, it won't say 65, like 165, it'll show like it half off pretty much. So, you, like once you use it, you buy that, you won't be paying the full price, you just be paying half off. So once you click it, you buy it, See, I would buy it again, but I can't because I already own it. But it would show the discounted price. So when I say about like discount coupons are a scam, you got people in the trade chat will do this number right here. They'll try to say, want to sell 50% off, um, off coupon. PM me, like PM or something like this. Don't ever fall for that. Like that's the oldest trick in the book. Like that's the oldest trick in the book. And the thing is, what people will tend to do, they will fall for it. They'll literally go and let the person invite them. They'll get them certain, like let's say if they want 50 plat for it, 50%, 50 plat. All right, cool. Let's say if they drop 50, they give them 50 plat. After that 50 plat, they then ignore them, take their plat, and keep their discount coupon. So now you just got scammed out of 50 plat because you thought you was going to get a discount coupon from a gift. Like, cause you know you can actually gift these. You can gift like certain items in the game too. So they just got tricked out of their plat, all because they tried to buy a discount coupon from another player. So now they looking crazy and their pockets are hurting now because they just lost their plat. So that's the one right there. That's the scam right there. You just took the dude plat. You didn't give him what you were supposed to. You have cheese in it. So the next one, it is swapping a part in a set with another one. Now, my thing with that is, and I don't know who it was, but if y'all remember back when Loki was 800, 850, I mean, I went ahead and sold mine for 1,000. Like, I still have no other trade that topped that, like as far as vaulted wise goes. But this was back when the Loki system was around, 400, 450 each. Like, this was not too. This was back in 20. This was 21. Back in 21, 20. I think it was 20, 20 going on to 21. It was like around like before March. Before March, it was between that area then, and I kid you not, I ended up selling Loki for 800 and then another one for 1,000. Funny story behind that, but I ended up doing it. But my thing is, there was a guy who, I don't know his name, but there was a guy who traded a Loki set, right? And what he did was, he tried to be slick. He didn't have the Loki systems because that was the part he was missing. So what he did was, instead of him putting the Loki systems, he put Limbo systems in there. And the dude actually paid 800 plat for a half Loki set. Scammed him out of it. Now, that's a scam. You trading, like, if you're going to trade something, at least have the full set of something. If you know what I mean. So, like, don't just have to do it. So, like, those are, like, the only two scams in the game. But it's like, man, people want to try to say your price is a scam when this is the open market. You can buy and sell for whatever price you want. Like, come on, man. Oh yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Back then, bro. Frost, Ember, they were the goats back then. I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah, they were the goats back then. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, even the Prime Mars were back then because it was so hard to get Endo back then, bro. Oh God, rank 10, 1K plus, especially Prime Flow and Continuity. Like, yeah, they popular now, but back then. Yeah, I miss them days. I ain't gonna lie. Like, man, if we could just reverse time and go back to old trade chat, man, I'd be alright. I mean, I'm cool now, but it would be nice. I will say that. Hey, that thing was a different story back then, man. Trade chat was a different breed. Seriously. Yeah, exactly. Yep, them fusion cores. Yeah. And even then, that was a pain to get. I ain't gonna lie. That was a pain to get. Like, that's what made Endo is so much more valuable back then compared to what it is now. Now you can just buy sculptures. Now you can run arbitrations like it's nothing. You can run hours and hours on that. And get like a couple hundred Endo per wave or round or whatever you're doing, depending on what mission it is, and then get sculptures on top of that while in the mission. So it's a lot easier nowadays compared to back then when you had to actually grind it though. Because I don't know if y'all remember back when we had Sedna, that arena mission where we had to use a resource booster 2 Niduses, Tigger's Prime, to shoot them boys out. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. It was a pain, but I hated it too. But I had to do it to see a good amount of Plat back then. Cause like, I knew what it took back then to get that. And the thing was, we even had to have a Necros there too for Desecrate. Just for the sake of the endo, so it can drop. Just to boost our chances from the enemy so it can drop. So yeah, boy, endo was whew, it was a feat back then, man. You had to really put in work to grind endo back then. Like, if you was a pushover, if you couldn't grind, you wasn't getting it. Especially if you had no Plat. So yeah, I ain't gonna never forget that. Like, and so some of those days, like the make or break you days. Like, I'm thankful for them though too, cause they taught me a lot. You know, they doing certain things, farming, and like really getting to it. Like, it teaches you a lot.
Another successful mission. Find extraction.
Like, just for me, like for instance, trading wise, okay, trading for instance, I'm thankful for trading because trading taught me patience. You know what I'm saying? Just because a dude don't want to buy it for my price right now, that don't mean he won't later. Okay, an hour later, dude might buy it for my price. For instance, like let's say if I sell Vibe for 450, okay, dude say no thank you, I get like 10 no thank yous. Okay, I get 20 no thank yous. If I ain't getting 20 no thank yous, they ain't doing something right. That's how I look at it. Now, for instance, let's say if that 21st, that one person after that 20th person, let's say if he says invite, Bink, that's a sell I just made for 450 off of one Bobbin set. While you got other people out here selling for 150, 120, 200. That's cool. That's mediocre. That's average. Cool. 250. All right. But when you really know what it's worth, then you know how rare Bobbin was when he was the only frame in this game with all rare parts. Then you'll feel where I'm coming from, because in my book, technically he still got all rare parts for real, based off the relics that I got. So yeah, nah, I ain't even finna lowball him for that. Yeah, cause see now you got double resource, not resource, double drop chance boosters. So that just adds onto it. So like back then we had none of that. Like we just had the usual credit, affinity, resource. Like it was basic back then. And around that time too, when we was doing like the arena missions for Endo, this was back when some of the goats were playing. Like some of them still here to this day. Other ones they done quit, they done left. Fly for Rio, for instance. First time I met Rio, man, that dude, bruh, it was in the survival. Like, if you know Rio, man, that was his thing back in the day. Like, this man would literally do, I'm talking 10, 12-hour survivals, if that, if not longer. So Rio, he was one of them, and there was a couple others. It was crazy though back then. I would say that it was definitely wild. Yeah, man. So let me see. All right. Hey, man, forgot about the tunes and all that. Oh, Kachi, man, my boy Kachi, man, he stay doing something. I would say that Kachi is about the first. I would say he's the first person who really put the game, like, put me on the map, like, as far as, like, trading wise. Because if you still go back and look at his videos, like, they still work. Even though they're a little outdated, they still work. You still sell the same prices, you know. And on top of that, he basically left the blueprint right there for you. So it's like any and everything that you need to know is already right there. All I did, I just up there and put my little, sauce on it. That's all I did. So if you think about it, the sauce is nothing but the blueprint with your own twist to it. That's literally all it is. Ah, my bad, bro. And then 2 more people just joined the squad. Yeah, man. Kachi, yeah, he's definitely good people. Like, I was looking up to him back when I was still getting all the cosmetics in the market. Like, oh snap, this dude just hit 200K, bro. Like, what? back then, 6 years ago, that's a lot of plat. Even though it still is a lot of plat, now you got more people nowadays with more plat. Now, like, you got a lot more people with 200K, 300K, 400K. Now, when you touch the 500K and up, the numbers start diving down. Like, it just starts going down. Cause like now, I ain't gonna lie, there's 3 people that I know of that are ahead of me right now. One who I'm right next to, like literally just a couple thousand plat off from right now. Another one is at over 800K. And then there's one more with more plat than all of us at 910K. And I seen that with my own 2 eyes. Like, I seen it. So, I ain't too far off. I'm up there in the top 3 for sure, you know, in the plat game on PlayStation, that is. Now, when we talk about crossplay and whenever that comes out, when it does, that's going to be a different story because you got to take into account PC players. Yep, Neo Nest 007. It's like a brother from another mother dealing with Kachi. And I will say this, that, matter of fact, them two, that's what it was. It was both of them. It wasn't just Kachi. Kachi was more so on the PS4 side of things, and that's where I got my primes from. Now, when it came to the mods, prime mods especially, like, yeah, Kachi was in it, but Neo was on a different level when it came to the mods, prime mods. He made a video on, like, how do you price mods on, like, based off, like, their endo. So, like, if it's for instance, like if it's a rank 10 mod, okay, prime mod is 40K endo. Gold mod is 30K endo. So he was saying that based off of, you know, like, of course, the higher you level it, the more endo you gotta dump into it, the more expensive it's gonna get. So he was saying how that makes the mod 400 plat, and that's why I got my 400 cheats from. Right there. That's why I got my 400 plat from. So I've been selling for 400 every since. And that was years ago, you know. So like when I was showing old boy, like, yo, like, you can really sell these for 400, and he came back a week later and showed me screenshots of his trade and how he makes 6K for that week. He's like, bro, you the man, bro. They still sell for 400. Like, appreciate you for all you do. This, that, and the third. I'm like, I'll do my thing. No problem. But Neo, I will say that Neo, hey, yeah, he's the truth. Back then, him and Neo, hey, they were like the dynamic duo. They're like the Splash Brothers. In plat, so they the Plat brothers. Back then they were. And like now it's a different story now, but even then it's like people will get to a certain point and then they just quit. Like for me, I ain't gonna never quit. Now, of course, I'm going for 1 million overall. It's my ultimate goal because my old ultimate goal was 500K. I'm over that now. See, because what had happened was, because when I started, like, what I started noticing was, like, okay, I'm at 500,000. That ain't too far away from 1 million. Like, I'm at half that now. So let me go ahead and hit 550K. Then let me go ahead and hit 600. See now, now I'm just itching for 1 million now. And then the fact that I know I'm closer to individuals with more plat than I got. Oh, that just made me go for it even more. So, like, somebody was asking me, like, how do you stay motivated? It's because I know that there's somebody out there with more plat than I do on PlayStation. Like, I ain't speaking for PC. I know it's some dudes out there with millions. And Xbox, it's the same deal over there. Like, we're more so, like, at the bottom of the barrel, but we're still Warframe. Like, we still beginning. Like, we got some PC-worthy players here on PS4, like on PlayStation just in general, but the PS4 or 5. So, alright, for a beginner, if you're just starting out, Neo Nest, 007, Kachi, like, they're definitely the ways to go for sure. But they all have, like, even me, like, we all got one thing in common. It's just patience and consistency. Like, I think Neo, he was at, I think the last time I seen him, he was at like 137,000 because he was streaming the other day. I know he was up like over 100,000 for sure, but it's like he ain't ever moved past that. It's like they'll just be playing for now. Like, they don't really stack, you know, ground plat like that for real anymore. Like Kachi, once he hit 200K, man, I think he went up to like 223 or something like that. After that, I thought he was finna go for 250 and 300. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, he making a move. But he went down back to 200, and he's just cool, and he been cool on that ever since. So me, I gotta go. I got a purpose, you know. I got some marks I want to leave left on trade chat. So, and somebody said it up too. Oh, dude, who I was talking about earlier, he's like, bro, at the end of the day, like, he just trying to secure a spot in trade chat, which of course, like, cause now that I see how you coming, like, you tried to play me, and then you gonna lie talking about some you at less than 417K, when in reality you up 436K, and I know because I'm looking at you on your stream. That's just like, for instance, let's say Tali, like, if you messaging me right now, right, and you ask me like how much plat I'm at right now, even though you see and you know, like, you just test me, right? And I tell you I'm at like 500,000. When you see I'm clearly at 536,000. If I just say I'm at 500,000, like, come on, bro. Like, really? Why would I lie to you on that? Like, come on. So, yeah, man, it was just funny. And then what he was saying was, he was like, you want to act like you cool with F just so you can get information out of him and tell me. I'm like, bro, hold up, wait a minute. I know he need to say what I think he said. First off, I've been cool with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never had an issue with them. Like, yeah, like, we ain't like buddies. Like, we ain't like partners in crime and not like that. Like, yeah, we straight. But him and F ain't never been friends, like, from the beginning in the first place. So, like, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Let me see. And then also, what was said, because F a long time ago, well, it was about last year, he said he was at 600K. So it was recently when I had talked to him, he was like, he's back at 800. And he's like, you thought you was close, huh? I was like, nah. I said, I just want to see what I'm at, you know, test the waters, because now I know when I do pass you and when they squat, like, you already know I'm on the way. And you done retired too, so he is out of there. So my thing with that is, it's like, I ain't the type to, like, if I got a problem with you, like, I'm gonna let you know straight up. Like, I'm gonna message you, I'm gonna PM you. I ain't finna bring it to a clan chat or squad chat, or, you know, I ain't finna just do all that and be extra. I'm gonna bring it to you personally. Like, hey, like, we gonna talk this out. We gonna see what it is, because I don't like the way you did this or that. Now, with him, he ain't do that. Like, cause I noticed, like, of course, he been dry for the last few days. They ain't think nothing of it though. I'm trying to figure out what's up with, bro. I'm gonna find out now. I know what it is. You know, like the way I'm moving in trade chat. That's what it was. That's what it came down to. I'm like, bro, look, you had more plat than me to begin with, and I passed you. Like, blue passed you like it was nothing. Hit 200K, and every other 100K after that, after, like, way before you. So it's I don't know, man. You just gonna have people that do that. Yeah, I know, bro. And the thing is, that's supposed to be my bro. Like, he is supposed to be my bro, and he know exactly who he is too. Like, he's supposed to be my bro, and for him to act the way he was acting, I'm like, bro, like, what's up? Like, he swear we got competition between us, but the thing is, like, again, I say this again, like, you can't compete with me. Like, I want you to win too, and he knows that. I'm the one who put him on Prime Mod selling for 400 in the beginning, like, before I even started making all the plat. And then on top of that, it's like, now that I see how he's acting, because dude was on the stream talking smack, and because I asked him, I said, what's up? Like, what you want to know? Because he was talking about, like, I never give him a straight answer, when in reality, I did. Like, I was in a car accident, told you about that. Like, we're cool, you know what I'm saying? Just having a casual conversation. Like, mind you, this was like a couple weeks ago, and most recently, the last convo that we had was about 2 days ago. So I see him talking smack, in his stream. So I'm like, I bet I see how you moving. I ain't messaged him since. He see me, because he already know when I'm making plat. If I'm trying to buy a mod or something, I done sold it. And like, especially if he see me with a list, like, it was so funny though, because I did it just because I wanted to see what he was gonna say, because I literally just made, like, you know, a couple thousand, like, for that day. Like, the day of this was 2 days ago, I was up like 6K. I literally just sold like a couple mods, right? I had made like a couple thousand. So I posted them all. Like I maxed out on the characters that you could put in a trade. Posted it. As soon as he seen it, he's like, man, Andrew, bro, what are you selling these for, bro? Like, he was hot. He was mad, boy. I was like, see, that just proves my point, man. That just proves my point, man. It just tells me all I need to know, man. So I don't know why they be acting like that though, Tolly, man. It don't even have to be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, psh. And then the thing was, he was trying to say like, oh, he all down with buying legendary cores, with buying sculptures for Endo, because his whole thing with me, he trying to figure out why he don't see me buying sculptures. Okay, for one, the times that I do buy sculptures is like if I'm really, really, really low, or if, you know what I'm saying, I'm like desperate for Endo. Otherwise, I'll just go farm. You know what I'm saying? I'll farm arbitrations. And just go from there and get my sculptures that way. Or, of course, you know, I just go to my trusty Maru's Bazaar once a week. You know what I'm saying? Just to add on top of that. That's why I never buy sculptures, because I'm always getting them through arbitration. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the time that I do run arbitration, it's literally when everybody sleep. Like, think of it. While you sleep, I'm farming. I did a stream on that, too. Like, this is like, what, 3 a.m. upwards to, like, 5, 6 a.m. So it's like around that time, everybody sleep. Like they just starting to wake up by the time I get done. So he's trying to figure out like why he don't see me buying them. So yeah, bro, it's like, bro, look, you ain't gotta do all that. Let me see. And then he was trying to sell a Max Prime mod for $450, right? You know, my usual price. And I was streaming. I know exactly what it was, because I was streaming that day. Like if I'm streaming, I'll drop down a couple Plat just to prove my point, just to show you can't sell for this. So I messed around and messaged the dude for a max. I forgot what mod it was, but it was a prime mod. I messaged him for 300, right? And the dude had messaged him. You know, my boy had messaged the buyer too. All right, said max 450. Dude said invite. He invited him. He didn't accept it. He said, never mind, I got a better offer. You know, just out of curiosity, my boy, he was like, from who, if you don't mind me asking? He said, Andrew. What he said, he got so mad just because I had like a lower offer, but it wasn't intentional. It was just to prove a point on my stream that, hey, you can sell. You can sell for whatever price you want. What is 300, 350, 400, 450, like, on average, typically me is 400. That's like my lowest that I ever go. But you know, if I'm just proving a point on the stream, I do 300. That's like the bare-ish minimum like ever I would ever go. I don't know no lower than that, but yeah, it's hot over that. But it is what it is, man. We studying. There's a lot of people out there that don't like you, man. Just cause you making Plat. It's all good though, And then the funny part is, he's only down about like 100K from me right now, and he's doing this. Like, come on, bro.
Keep going. Nobody knows you're here.
Like I said, I ain't the type to delete nobody. Like, I'm gonna leave you right there on the friends list where you at.
That's it.
But I see how you rocking though, Cause see what I was gonna do, I was gonna invite him to a party, cause usually that's how we do. Like anytime we talk, like talk, it's in a party. So he never replied to my message. I was like, what you wanna know? Like, what's up? You wanna say that that I never give you a straight answer? What you wanna know? Like, let's be real for once. Like, what you wanna know? Dude didn't even reply. So alright, bet. Say less. See, now you finna bring out the old Andrew. The one that was making 50K a month. I don't stacked up just a little bit, just to give you a little bit of breathing room now. And once you gonna act like this, now I'm finna up it on you. Will. So when you see me at 650 and 600K, you know why. And then the time that I'm finna hit it in, oh, you gonna see me at least at 800K by the end of the year. Then I'll be in the top 2%. Yeah, man. I don't know why they be acting like that, Charlie. For real, for real. Cause like it be your own man's, like it be doing you like that too. Like you think you cool with a dude, but then it's like when you get to a certain point, whether it's playing or trading, like plat wise, like you start to see, you know, how they really act. So I ain't gonna lie, B bro, like go ahead and get that 30K again, man. You know, go ahead and do your thing. Yeah, that 30K is smooth. I ain't gonna lie. I remember when I hit my first 30K, cause like my early stages though, like my early stages back when I hit like my first 5K, 10K, like when I was hitting those like those double digits, like I would have my number clean. So like I would have like 10,000, like even like 10,000,000, like 10K clean, like you can see it, like and that's how I was doing it, all the way up. Like, cause when I hit 50K, like if I was over like one or two plat, I'm going over to the foundry, chopping a few plat off, clean 30K. But that was just me though, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I was doing that. Just so folks can see it. Now I wasn't even streaming back then. Like I was nowhere near where I'm at right now. But that's how I was doing it. You know, just so people can see it. Oh snap! He hit 30K. He hit 40K. He hit 50K. Cause all the way up to I stopped doing it once I got to 300. Yeah, when I hit 300K, I was over like a couple hundred. So I was like, nah. I said I'm gonna leave it where it's at. But all the way up to 200K though, I had that thing clean, all 3 zeros. 200 with 3 zeros right behind it, not a 20, not 2001, 2002, no, 200 and like just straight 200,000. That's how I had it. So after that though, I was just going for the number. Like after that, when I hit 300K, whether I was over 100 or whatever number I was over, I'm leaving it. I'm pushing on to the next. Alright, y'all gonna hold up for a second. Let me see. Did he grab relic? Yeah, he did. P7. I don't know what relic that is. It might be Piranha or Pangolin. I think it's one of the two. But yeah, man, I don't know what it is. Like, I look at it, he ain't even cool no more, man. Old dude, supposedly my boy, we was for a while too. Like, it's crazy. It is what it is, though. I'm gonna keep pushing. He said he did say one thing. I would say that is true. Like he, at the end of the day, he just trying to secure his spot in trade chat, which I'm gonna do that regardless. But also met a good amount of people along the way, aka Tali, Kachi, F, God, there's so many names I can't even list them all. But it's just been a good amount of people, I ain't gonna lie. Some who farm, some who grind plat, some who do both. Do it all. So, shoot, I'm good. I'm Gucci with it. And I ain't gonna lie, like, Leo Gazu, that's another goal right there. Like, that right there, like, to see what I seen with him, like, Tyler, you know what I'm talking about too, because if you go back to Kachi's stream where he posted about me, like my stream, like my video, well, technically my video, look in the comments. Alright? I seen your comment too. Okay, yeah, it's incredible. Appreciate that. But there's also another comment too that was talking about Leo. How he had like 910K. That is true. Like, I seen that with my own two eyes. Like, yeah, that's true. Like, Brody he really did that. I will say that, and that's what I mean by like that's like one of the ways that I stay motivated. You know, like just knowing like just the fact that there's somebody out there with more plat than me, and then knowing once I get to that, like I'm going past it, like just to be number one. I want it, you know, just that bad. But yeah, man, you win some, you lose some, but you live, you do the trade another day. So. Let me see here. And this is every day too. Like if I'm farming or something, like I am right now. Or for instance, if I'm, oh, you just want to go with you. Hold up, I'll take you out. Where you at? Bink. There it is. Alright, like if I'm farming or something, like I'm always gonna run into new people, like especially in trade chat. Like the amount of people I be trying to sell to, like, it's crazy. Cause what they'll do is they like the way that I move in the trade chat. If they trying to buy something and they have everything that they want to buy, 9 times out of 10 they'll add me as a friend. You know what I'm saying? They hit me up for runs. They'll, you know, chop it up with me. We'll be in a party, like build relationships type stuff, you know. So it'd be lit. So aside from trade chat, just regular gameplay, like I'm always meet somebody new. So we good on that aspect. Zaki. I'll take that. I think I got like eight sets now, or technically 6 now that I got the blueprint. I was thinking about like the blade, because you gotta have like, it's the blade or handle. It's one of them that's rare, but you gotta have 2 of them. I think it's the I'll figure it out later on. It's one of the 2. I think it's the blade. Yeah, it is the blade. You gotta have 2 blades just to have a set, and then you gotta have one. I think one handle, 1 or 2 handles. It's one of the 2. I have to look at the BP. No, it's 1 BP, 2 handles, and no, 1 BP, 2 blades, and 1 handle. That's what it is. But yeah, it's crazy, man. All right, let's see here. 6 chases. It's all good. I don't got a booster on, that's why. Let me see, because they've been running for a while. 17 and MR-11. So what I'm saying is like the early stages of Warframe, bro. Like all the way up to Mastery Rank 14. Like I was doing things that I was moving like MR-20 for real. Doing triathlons, getting like, and back then like Rivens, they were flooding the trade chat. Like it was ridiculous. Like especially like when it first came out, like that just turned everything around. Like it went backwards. Like instead of a frame being as much as a ribbon, it would just be a ribbon now. Like the ribbons, they're basically like the majority of like trade chat.
Do you remember the old war, operator? Order seems to have
Hold
misplaced
on.
those memories.
Finna say, no, I just, alright. Oh wow, didn't date. That's what it was. But yeah, man, how y'all feeling so far? I don't know if y'all been in trade chat yet, but this morning, yes sir, I went ahead and I made like a little bit over 1,000, 2K I believe. Because I was at, matter of fact, yeah, I was at 34K yesterday, so yeah, it's about 2K. But yeah, how we feeling so far, man? Then I gotta get the ship caught you got. I don't know if you gotta buy that or you gotta, I don't know, we'll see. See, there go the 3 man. Oh well.
I'm detecting void fissures nearby. Do you have a matching relic? You found a fissure.
Bink.
Look out for reactant.
Alright.
The enemies are dropping reactant.
Come on, my boy. Where you at? What you stuck down there for? Let's go. Gotta hustle.
Keep
Alright, and this right here.
There's a heavy unit approaching.
This right here, this is like free time. Like if I ain't in trade chat, I'm farming. If I ain't farming, I'm in trade chat. And if I ain't doing that, I'm leveling. So it's like the top 3 things that I do. As far as every day though, trade chat for sure. But let me see.
Cracked open.
Oh man, it's usually, it depends on the day, but I try my best to like max out. I try my best to max out my trades. Like, for instance, whatever master you are, that's how many trades you got for that day. And of course, you have a daily reset every single day. So like for me, since I'm on Central Standard Time, it's 7 p.m. Well, it's 6 p.m. Matter of fact. And I believe it's like for Eastern, it's like 7 p.m. So like this was back when the daylight savings and all that, when that was finally in it, when it was over. So you have until then to use all of your trades. Like whether you're MR-10, you got 10 trades. Me, I'm MR-30, so I got 30. And I ain't gonna lie, using 30 trades on decent trades. Like let's say if I were to sell Prime Mods, Arcanes, buy a little this, buy a little that. That takes time. Like that's part of the reason why I be spending 10, 12 hours just in trade chat every single day, is to max out my trades, just to use them all. But then also on top of that, to make sure I made a certain amount a day. Like there's been times where I've made like 2K a day, 3K a day, 4K a day, upwards to 7K at like my personal best, like 7.8K. That's the most I've ever made. So as far as every day, like the daily quota, man, max out my trades. Then after that, I grind and get whatever it is that I'm missing. So max out my trades, have a certain amount that I made for the day, and then just go from there, to be honest. It usually pans out though, you know. You gotta have a system, so something that saves you time, energy, and money. In this case, it's Plat. Plat is real currency. Like at the moment, I got what, 536K. If we think about it, if you go in the PS store, or you go to the PC store, I think PC is different though, because their market, you can't buy it with Plat on PC. It's different. Like when you're talking about cosmetics, PC is different. But as far as Xbox, Switch, and of course PlayStation, like if you were to go to the PS store, like the PlayStation App Store, or like if you were to go there, like to the Play Store, and you try to buy Plat, you look up Warframe, you look at the Plat packs, you see I have over 20K. I really got over 25K just in Plat alone. Like, and somebody was like, bro, you bought all that Plat, just in the third, but then when you come to my stream and you see how I actually made the Plat, that I, one, didn't buy any of it, I, two, grinded everything that I got for that amount of platinum. And then also, there we go, 32 void traces, now we're looking like it. But also on top of that, you see I wasn't kidding that I was dead serious. And then you seen how when I started, I had this amount of Plat, this amount of credits compared to what I have now. And I even got screenshots from my journey from 50 to 100 to 200, 300, 400, all the way up to now. I got screenshots and proof that I've been doing this over the past, what, year and a half now. So you can't say that I bought it. Like, come on, bro. Like, and for one, why would I spend my real money on something that I can get for free out of trade chat? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. But that's just me, you know, to each his own. If you do want to, because see, me, I don't judge. This is a judge free zone. If you want to buy, you know, a pack or a Plat, it's cool. More power to you. Like, either way, we're still making DE money. Like, let's just be real. Like, we're still making DE money. Regardless. Like, just think about the new war. Yeah, man, I hit 400K off that thing. Like, off that update. Like, Tolly, I'm sure you remember. How trade chat was crazy. Matter of fact, it was so wild. I think everybody went crazy off of that update. Not just me. I was getting it, but man, that thing was crazy. I was like, whoa. Like, to sell a power drift max for 300 Plat, and the thing was, dude offered it. He offered it. I was like, wow. I couldn't believe that. I mean, then again, I could, but you know, it was crazy. For real, for real. Alright, you got this karma. Let's see. I'm trying to see though too, like this next update when it's gonna drop. Cause see, like for instance, okay, we got our packs here. Those you have to go to the actual, PlayStation store to actually purchase those. See me, I just buy the packs, not the packs, but the collections. See, you got Gyre, you got the helmet, you got its, their weapon that comes with it, as well as, I believe it's the Sayandana, yeah. So and the helmet and the decoration. So it's like you're getting the whole collection. So me, instead of me having to buy the like the pack, like this pack right here, the only thing that I'm really missing is more so the boosters. Plat, I'm not worried about that. Guy of the Warframe, not worried about that either, because I can buy this as well as this, and I have it all. So it's basically everything in the pack right there. So only thing I would be missing is like the boosters, because you can buy everything else with Plat. To be honest, I mean that's just like it's basically like a shortcut. So if you don't want to spend money, you can just buy it with Plat. Both work. But as far as like whether it's a high or low, like for instance, is that relic? Never mind, I'll go for that gauntlet. But like let's say if you starting off small, right? Let's say if you made like, for instance, that 300 you made in just those 2 hours. B. Let's say for instance if you had like a daily 300 goal. Alright. I don't know about you, but depending on like what you sell your primes for, because let's be real, primes is like the easiest way to get Plat. So like for me, it really is, but like for you, like I already know, like it's just easy in general. All you gotta do what I'm doing now. Like you go to your Fissures, pop your relic open, get the part. If you get a rare part, I don't know about you, but me personally, I would sell it. Like, especially if it's in the game, like if it's unbolted, like a Hero Systems for instance, it's unbolted, it's in the game, it's farmable. Now that right there, like just in general, any rare part for me, I'm selling it for at least 50 Plat. Not a Plat more, not a Plat less. Anything more, I'll take it for sure. But I'm selling it at least for 50 Plat. So, yeah, think about it. All you need is what, six trades, and that's 300 just off of a rare part. So just imagine you farming, just for rare parts only, and you making it 300 daily. You could look at it like that. And then also, what you could do is as well, you could grind sets. So, oh wow, I got stuck down here. Alright. Oh my goodness. Let me get up out of here. Okay, there we go. Oh, he actually went in there. Did they all go in there? You guys to be kidding me. And they did. Ah, just great. Oh, looks like they coming back. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. I don't know where they went. They dipped. They went somewhere. I have no idea where they went. Sheesh. But yeah, what you can do is you can farm primes, like sets, or you could just sell rare parts. Honestly, I mean, if you can hold it, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying you gotta be desperate to make Plat, but what I'm saying is like you could either hold the rare part for the set to sell for like, say if you selling the whatever favorite set you got. For instance, let's say if you got Hero, if you selling Hero for 200, you could do that. Like you can still sell him for 200, 250, but you can also sell his rare part. The system is for 50 as well. So like if you can hold it, instead of selling your rare part, that one part for 50, if you can hold that rare part and sell for, the actual set itself, you can sell the set for 200, you'll be fine. because all you gotta do is make 100 plat left. Like that's all you have left to make, just 100 plat. So it's always good to know like where you at as far as plat goes, because I ain't gonna lie, like once you get it, got it. Now it's just a matter of being consistent and actually doing it continuously. I just make it look easy. That's all that is. But you know, it took me a minute. Like that's one thing I will say. Like I didn't just do all this overnight. Like it was never that easy. Like it took me years of grinding and learning how to do that. Oh wow, here they go. Now they want to come back. Too late now. Alright.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
So daily quotas, they're definitely good for sure. Cause you know, like once you start following them and you start learning their consistency, it's a done deal. Can't nobody tell you nothing. After a while, they ain't gonna be able to touch you. You're gonna be a menace.
Corpus walkers are heading to your location.
Okay, so they got 10. I should have brought the booty prime. I should have brought Saren with me. She take all these dudes. I like it with none. I'll gladly take that. Appreciate you.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Ooh, I mean, they all just spawned too. Hold up, how'd I get stuck?
Well done. Now get to
Alright,
extraction.
now we good. Thought it was gonna be a straight shot for a second. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, okay, I'll take that then. Only because I know what this brings to the table. Plat-wise, of course. See, that's what I'm saying. See, you can do both. I mean, you can buy the pack or the collection. What's up, Maddie? Yeah, Caddy, nah. Caddy, Maddie. Yeah, okay. I think this is definitely in the books for today, though. That's for sure. Don't think I ain't see you. I seen you. See you, my boy. Alright. Got the good old chroma with the dread, man. Back when self-damage was the thing. That was the fun days. I think it was the Sancti Castanas. Man, don't even get me started. That was an MR-14. It was so crazy because, like, there was really some real MR-14s out there. Dude had a Riven, Castana Riven that was like 500 platinum. Like, bro, what? And then he was sitting on a couple thousand at the time. And he was just an MR-14. I was like, but this dude's getting it. I don't even think he play anymore, though. Because it was so long ago. Only the real ones survive. And it's, you know, still here. I'm surprised. This guy right here, he's still hanging.
I've been thinking,
Usually some people
operator.
they dip
I thought you'd want to know.
after a certain amount of runs or after 8 run. So he must be trying to get after something. Charge shots. Talking about the Opticore. Yeah, Opticore and the Vandal. You gotta charge to get the full power. Oh yeah, B. Let me ask you something real quick. God, that's crazy. Literally just lost what I was gonna say. Never mind then.
This is a rescue mission. We need to find and liberate the hostage before any harm comes to
Anyway,
him.
ultimately, what I say doesn't matter. You can keep your original one, but hold up, what's going on here?
Synthesis scanner to track the creature.
Sure, but it's not really
There are void fissures in the area. Use these
Diva.
to crack open a relic.
Just know you have the color theme.
You found a fissure. Look out for reactant.
That's what it was. That's what he's talking about. See me, you'll never catch me messing with
Find
ribbons.
reactant as soon as
Sorry,
you can.
not sorry.
Don't waste time.
Alright.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. They're dropping reactant. Use it to crack open relics.
See, man, 3 people, bro. Where the 4th at?
You are going to need
Show didn't equip her either. God dang. Man, I can't believe it, man. Just think about it. Back when Warframe did first come out, it's talking 2013. Bro, the whole towel set, like even the star chart looks so much different. Like it was a bit bare. It's like, like yeah, it was a star chart, but it was nothing, nowhere near as neat and clean as it is now. Especially the mechanics of the game and how everything is. 'Cause I remember like way back in the day, like 2014. Let me see. Back in 2014, 2013, I remember like just the missions. Like of course it was divided by tiers and whatnot, but I remember like the missions and how they looked on the star chart. Like, like they were just like God, what's the word for it? They were like blocks, like rectangles. Like they didn't even look the same. Like I'm telling you, what they did recently with this, how it looks now is definitely nice. I will say that. In and out of there. He is saved. Now it's time to book it.
subject found. You need to bring the captive to safety. Protect them at all costs.
Give me a weapon and I'll watch your back.
And on top of that, getting whatever you want. Oh my goodness. Now you got the relics, different ball game. Back then, man. That's how we was able to rack up on so many parts. That's what really held the value in some of the vaulted frames. Because, like, back then, when something was vaulted, it was vaulted. Like, you ain't getting it again. Unless you got the set from before it got vaulted. So, that really played a role in the primes. I was like, bro, what is this? Because like when the relics had actually came out, I remember somebody had ran like 100 rads and didn't even get nowhere near close to like 100 like red parts. Like they were, of course, they were testing it out, but it's like when you have something that's new and it drops, okay, we got hot fixes coming along right with it. There's always gonna be something wrong with it. Something's gonna be a glitch somewhere, or something is not going according as planned, like as it should. So back then, I remember somebody ran like 100 rads, didn't even get nowhere near the amount of parts that they got. But then somebody tried to lowball them in trade chat, and they look you went off on them. But it's I can understand why, because like I'm telling you, a rare part is a rare part. Like now it's a lot easier to get compared to back then, because like with the void keys, especially if it was vaulted, you ain't getting that for cheap unless it's from somebody who, you know, they're pretty inexperienced or they're just desperate and they want a quick plat. But like overall, like the average person, the average Joe, like nah.
Ordis has been counting stars, operator. All accounted for.
Some people left, some still here. Some left, say they'll come back when something new come out. It's like they come and go, but you know the real ones, they still here. Some be doing their own thing though, but you know they still here. They ain't went anywhere. Let me see. See, oh, perfect example of what I'm about to say. So back then, looking at the star chart right now, so how it looks now, everything was nowhere. What I say, everything was literally nowhere near as clean as this. Like when we clicked on a planet, for instance, like we got Earth right here. Like this would be like, God, let me, if I can pull it up real quick. This was back in the day. I remember because I seen it was Kachi. It was Kachi. Like you used to be able to go around the planet and you could actually see like a rectangle of like the set mission. Like, like it would be T3, T2, or whatever tier it was. But it was nowhere near as crispy and clean as this right here. Like the people, like the noobs, the new guys who coming in right now, like the ones who just started playing, like if you ain't got at least 2K, 3K plus hours, like you still new, especially if you don't got 1,000. Like you at least need to have that to be somewhat decent into the game. But all the new people, they got it easy. Like, they have no idea what it used to be, but only the OGs know about that. Survival, defense, and sab. Just burn these rides then. Let me see. Before I do. Usually I would have every single relic in this game, but I don't really go after relics like that. Just run what I got, and I just make the plat off that. But you got some people who are specific to like a certain thing. Like if they want to grind a certain amount, of like primes. Like, of course, you can run the relics, but also you could put in trade chat you want to buy a certain parts. So, for instance, we got K2. That's a vaulted relic. Get what I mean? It's vaulted. Like, you can't get it unless you buy it from trade chat. So, like, for instance, we got the Conan Blade. I sold that for 100 plat. Reason being is because 1 is vaulted, 2, that's a really good weapon, and 3, that blade is a pain to get. Like, I kid you not. And like, what you could do is you could go and trade chat, say I want to buy this for 20 plat or 25, and then sell the set for 300 or 250 or whatever you want to sell it for. So like, if you want to get a clean amount of sets, like, you gonna have to buy them. Like, I've seen people with 50 sets of titanium, and only because they bought them all. Like, they didn't just farm those, you know. So like, you could farm them for sure, but if you buying them, just know you're gonna have to come out the pocket with a lot of plat. Nah, it really was, man. I tell you, yo, if we could just go back to those days. If we could really just go back to those days, man. It would be nice for a chance. I have that K2. Yeah. Trying to think. Let me see. Whew. I don't got too much longer. Shoot, I would be in trade chat right now if I wasn't farming. I got about 17 trades left to burn, but I'm not gonna be able to at the moment. Probably gonna be later on tonight, so I'm probably staying in the dojo. Also, just a little key tip, just in case y'all didn't know, what you probably do, but if you don't, let's say if you got, like, if you're a master rank 10 and you got 10 traits, if you use 7 out of those 10 traits, or meaning you have used only 3 and you got like 7 left, you know, we got daily reset every single day. So after that reset, you know, 5-6 o'clock, depending on if you're in Central Eastern Standard Time, those trades are wasted. Like, if you ain't touching on those trades, that's it. Like, you just lost the chance to use those trades. So what you can do is you can go in the dojo before the reset and then just use them all up then. So, you know, you can do that number right there.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
That's it. It will be a perfect specimen. Trap it so you can synthesize it for me.
A relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside. You are approaching the holding area. Careful. If the wardens detect you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence. hostage is almost out of time. Hurry.
Ah, are you kidding me right now, man? Oh, I hate when the game does this. It's glitches on me. And I can't even do it right. Yo, we finna fail the mission because of this mess. Yo, I can't even. Look at that. I can't. Oh my. How do you. Hold on.
Here are the holding cells. Search each
Oh,
one for
okay.
the
We good
hostage.
then. Let me see. I can't do nothing. Hold up. Let me see if I can get unstuck.
You've located the hostage. Escort the prisoner to the extraction point.
This is
and I'll
ridiculous.
take care of the rest.
Or I might just let them blow me to pieces.
Got a weapon for you. I've got some scores to settle.
Alright. Oh. What do you look at that? It works.
It hurts.
Tell me again. Alright. I'll be dipped. It actually worked. First time I actually used that, but
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
in some cases you do have to. Just glide my way to the extraction. No, this wolf ain't trying to compete. He finna get dusty. Huh. As I said before, he finna get dusted. Yes, sir. Nice shot of Wukong. My God still does numbers though. Oh wow. Let's see what we got. Chroma. Harrow. I'll take that.
You've done your part, Tenno. Now take it.
See me, if I wanted to, like I could really stack so many sets if I would have just bought them all, but it's like it's a lot of plat. Even though I make a lot, that's still more plat than I would want to spend compared to what I already spent already, you know. Yeah, I will say there will be times that I don't even spend plat on relics. Like, you know, you got people that buy multi relics and whatnot, and they ain't got time for that. So I just buy any relic. Like just relics in general. Like if I'm buying Lith, Mezzo, or actually I usually go with that. Oh, I'll take that rescue. Yeah, I think. Well, no, we just on. Nah, it's a different one. All right, let me get rid of some of these radiants. But yeah, but then whenever I get low, I will buy them. Cause relics are relics. I ain't finna spend 25 plat for 6 relics. Sorry, not sorry. That ain't for me. Let's see. What we have here.
Our Intel suggests that our person of interest is in the vicinity. Search for the hostage and bring them home. There are void fissures in the area. Use these to crack open a relic. A fissure. Defend yourself and use reactant to open relics. They're dropping reactant. Use it to crack open a relic.
Alright. Sheesh, they already got two.
Stay focused.
Of course, it's Scorpius toss it.
There's no telling what the captors are doing to our rescue target. You need to find the holding cell immediately. Keep fighting. Look for more reactant. Looks like heavy activity ahead.
Let's see. They might come back for that.
You are approaching the holding area. Careful. If the wardens detect you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence. Bypass complete. You may proceed. We've reached the prison. Find our prisoner in one of these cells.
So they have 3. Let me see. That makes 4. Up 6. Never mind.
You've located the hostage. Escort the prisoner to the extraction point, and I'll take care of the rest.
Got a weapon for me? I've got some scores to settle.
That makes 10. They'd be fine. They would go back to where I got that waypoint for the reactors at.
Finish your mission to find
That titanium is booking it over there though. Hey, they know what they're doing. Let's see, man. Let me get some. But yeah, man. Yeah, we just straight chilling today, for real, for real. I'm actually. I think I'm gonna post this one. We gonna see. If dude sees it, he sees it. Whatever. It is what it is. I'm chilling. We just farming for real, for real. That one guy, the MR-30, he still won't go back there to get it. Come on, man. What is he missing? And then, oh, come on. Hold up, I'm gonna stay right there. Hold up, where I do that?
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Oh, he's here. The one over he was at, I ain't see him. Tolly, bro, we gotta farm sometime too, man. I don't know your schedule when you be on or whatnot, but hey, we gotta get up some sets. B, you too, man. On some clean teams, you know. That's no. Yeah. Zoo ain't really hitting on that. I mean, I don't know. Zoo ain't really my style for real. That's a good bow, I will say that, but it shoots. That thing can shoot something, but yeah. Zoo gauges. The only thing that's valuable to me when it comes to zoo gauge is the barrel. Other than that, I ain't having it. But we'll see though. And man, just let me know. You know your boy always on. If I ain't in trade chat, I'm farming. If I ain't farming, I'm doing something that's pertaining to mastery, like grinding XP or weapons or something like that. Cause I gotta hit that legendary ring 1, man. Then I gotta hit that legendary ring 2. Shoot, at my rate, by the time I hit, let me see where I'm at. Okay, I'm not too far from it. So let me see. By the time I hit legendary rank 1, Or 2 better yet. Matter of fact, nah, it'll be 1. It won't even be that long. I don't know when, but I think 3 might come out by that time. But it's just, I don't know, because I just move at my own pace when it comes to mastery or whatnot. I don't know. It's like when I hit 30, that was like the main thing I was going for. Because I already know, too, with mastery and how I get up, like let's say 31, 32, like legendary 1 and 2. That's 31 and 32 trades. I gotta max out every day. That's a lot of trades. I ain't gonna hold you. So that's one of the reasons why I've been holding back on it. But then again, it has some benefits with it too. So we shall see. Cause I already got enough stuff to level for real. Cause we got a credit booster, not a credit. We got an affinity booster weekend. That's what we had. It's about to end pretty soon though, if it hasn't already. But yeah, it's so crazy though, man. So much has happened recently. Ah, come on. I hate when Warframe does this. Warframe's just buggy. I can't even type in the chat though. I can't do nothing. Oh, wait a minute. Ah, never mind. Well, see, I can't. It's not even a mission, so I can't unstuck this. Literally, I really can't. But I don't know. Let me know for sure. You know how I do. Next time you see me, man, I ain't gonna lie. Your boy might be at 550K if not 600. I'll be back soon though, for sure. I guess this would be a good way to kind of end this off though. So look like this is gonna be here for a while. I'm gonna probably restart, but or just close this out. But yeah, man, that's just gonna be it right here. Definitely calling it a day, but I'll see you soon for sure. B, you in the clan, you know it's popping. But yeah, I'll catch you guys on the flip side.